If you are a car person who has not been living under a rock, then you know that last week was SEMA, and there were some pretty cool things that were shown last week. Sorry. One car I want to get into is what Toyota unveiled. There was a couple things they did, but one of them was the Rally GR86 Corolla, and that's what I want to get into. And before we get into this, I just wanted to add, if you want to get weekly automotive news that has to do with anything sports car and fun car related, I have a newsletter here called The Third Pedal. It's absolutely free. We don't have ads from third parties. You're not getting spammed with crypto updates and a bunch of other nonsense. The only thing I will ever promote on there is my own merch when I finally get some up in here. Other than that, you can check out all these articles to see what I've written. They're pretty brief. I keep to the point and try to make it, sports car related. But with that being said, I want to get into the main crux of this. Hopefully this is showing now. Beautiful. So this is one of the cool things they showed at SEMA, and is a retro Toyota 86 car. So basically what they did is they took an 86, they added in, I'll show a picture here, they gave it a livery of an old, I believe it was a Celica rally car that what they once had. But they obviously modified the interior to give it a bunch of stuff. But they added the 1.6 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder that you find on the GR Corolla into this car, and they made this thing all-wheel drive, which I just think is very badass. But I would like to point out something else that isn't being said in this. Obviously, they modified the interior. I don't know if the modifications they did to the mechanics and the subframe to make this work will fit all safety and street legal requirements. But I want to show some things where I think if they actually did this, if they did a street version of this where they added the engine, modified the suspension, made it all-wheel drive, and added even 10 grand to the price, which I know is a lot, I bet it would outsell a lot of their other cars. And maybe that's why they don't do that, is because they don't want to cannibalize anything. But the GR86, I have this here. These are the sales figures last couple years. So this is broken down into like the months and the years. And this past year, from March to June, if I can show these numbers, they're all up over last year. So 1,000 to 13, 1,000 to 2,000, 1,000 to 2,000, 11 to 15. But since July, it's actually been going down from 13 to 1,000, from 11 to 7, from 1,000 to 500. And we're basically, from year to date, we're 700 cars short. So they just need to sell 700 more of those to sell the exact same amount of GR86s as they did last year. Conversely, the Corolla was actually their best-selling manual vehicle. Now, that means out of the 10,300, or it was around 11,000 units last year, most of those, I'm guessing, were automatics with the paddle shifters. Because they sold around, they said 5,500 of these, and which, by the way, only come in manual until this year, I believe. No, 2025, sorry. So the 2025 model years will have an automatic option. So, but all these 5,500 were manual vehicles. I think, because to me this is not as exciting as a pumped up 86 would be, if they gave that powertrain and made it all-wheel drive, I would bet that this thing would outsell a Corolla. Because I don't know if there's that many people that want the hatchback that much. But the Corolla's faster. It's a Toyota engine. It's got the power, and it's all-wheel drive, and it becomes more practical. If they made an all-wheel drive coupe for this thing and made it more expensive, I think it appeals to a whole other market. Also to a group of people such as myself that would actually consider driving this thing all year round. So honestly, that would be my recommendation for Toyota, to try this, because I don't know if they will, and I don't know if that's what they're trying to showcase here in this concept car they have, which was really, it was a nostalgic throwback to a Celica livery that they had done before. And you can check out this article on Car and Driver. But yeah, a 300 horsepower all-wheel drive 86, which would obviously be slightly heavier, I think would be a really fun car for them to build. Even if they were charging 45 grand for it, pushing 50 might be a bit much. I think that'd be a really good seller for them. So anyway, hope that was useful to you. If you like that, subscribe to the newsletter below. And of course, appreciate it if you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. But with that, thanks for watching.